And joining me now is Chris Kline, COO of Bitcoin IRA, who has some data to indicate Goldman analysts aren't alone in that $100,000 Bitcoin expectation. Chris, welcome to All About Bitcoin.
Pleasure to be here. Nice to meet you, Galen.
Nice meeting you as well. So first of all, I know you've done this before, but let's talk about how it works with a Bitcoin IRA. How can I buy Bitcoin directly in this tax-advantaged way? What's that about?
Exactly. You nailed it. Its ability to do the same investing you want to do with cryptocurrencies, but use that tax advantage of a traditional Roth or SEP simple IRA. Folks love it. They've loved it since 2016 when we started doing it.
Is it legal though?
Absolutely, 100%. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here with you today, Galen, right?
I guess not. Right. I did read that there were a few folks who got dinged for doing gold, physical purchase of gold through a similar kind of a structure, I think, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Actually, no, they did it through an LLC, and those are problematic. Have been since the 90s because it gets you in prohibited transaction zones. The gold that you talk about was held not in a approved depository, basically using an LLC for self-storage of those types of assets. But beyond that,
contrast, go ahead. Yeah, tell me what you guys are using as a contrast there.
Ours is actually a custodial model. It's put together all the necessary pieces for a turnkey solution where clients can log in to desktop apps or the native iOS or any mobile app to open, fund, and then self-trade an account without having to deal with all the other issues that come to play when you try different mechanisms.
And then through custody, you're providing some other services now, I gather, as well. You're providing some interest rates on deposits. Yep. Maybe you're even doing staking services. How do you expand on the sort of basic custody service?
Yeah, of course. Obviously, first you got to keep it as secure as possible. We're exclusively partnered with BitGo, largest in the space, highest pedigree of security. And then you are connecting folks so that they have access to what they want with those particular coins. And earning interest and staking are new things in the DeFi world we brought to the market last year. Great success in that regard. And now what we have to do is add more options. One of the big things and part of the survey that we put out was we've got about 65 additional assets now for clients to utilize.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you had this survey of your users, and by the way, what's the base that we're talking about here? How many people involved in the survey?
We had 100,000 that were surveyed, and we had about 3,000 respondents. And now these are retail retirement investors. So this gives you that macro that you don't see when you're looking at the charts and the logistics and the analysis, right? These are people that are looking as retirement investors, a 3 to 5 year holding period or longer, that obviously have a predominance in coins like Bitcoin and Ethereum, but their motivations are a little bit different. And one of them that came up in this survey was inflation. We knew it was a big topic in Q4, right? Now folks this isn't transitory. They're feeling the pinch, especially middle Americans. They want to salvage their retirement accounts for a fortuitous retirement time zone for them. And Bitcoin is looking like a potential for inflation for them. 25% of respondents say that's a reason why they're looking at cryptocurrency for their retirements.
And you had a pretty significant number saying they thought $100,000 Bitcoin was a number that they would be bullish on. Do I have that right?
1 in 3. Yeah, 1 in 3 stated that they believe end of 2022, we're going to be at 100,000. 14% say 150. So while we're obviously well off that, right? We're in somewhat of a bear trend right now. The long-term investor is thinking that they're going to see another great year of gains in the digital currency space.